Good day, Internet, and welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host for the evening. My name is Advocate of Wordz. Happy Monday to everyone. Let me see all these beautiful faces. There they are. There they are. Happy Monday, everyone. I am inside the brick and mortar of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe right now. Shout out to my assistant producer, Mr. Ron Mark Thompson. We have a full list tonight. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I hope that you have had a good day. I hope you enjoy your night with us tonight. And if you got some plans afterwards, woo, I want to know about it. Put it up on your Instagram. All right, let us get to it because like I said, we have a full list tonight. Not only is this Valentine's Day, but this is our 98th week in a row of doing the Monday Night Online Open Mic. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, you can join us on Zoom. The number is on the bottom of the screen, 279-995-364. And of course, if you enjoy what you heard tonight and you would like to re-watch it, this episode and all 97 other open mics have been recorded and are on our Facebook and YouTube, including all of our Thursday night online open mics and other things that we got going on. So make sure you go and check that out after the show. Make sure also you are subscribed to us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, because your boy doesn't just host the Monday Night Online Open Mic, but now he is going to be running the social media for the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. So this week, that YouTube page is going to get, let's just say it's going to get better. I got some plans. It's exciting. We'd like to thank the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council of the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, the Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust for sponsoring our free online events. You too can help us with a tax-deductible donation by going to www.neweurekan.org/contribute, or you can hit us on Cash App, New Eurekan Poets Cafe. So tonight's theme, Valentine's. Are you in love? Do you have love in your life? Or are you bitter? Or do you think it's all a conspiracy theory for capitalism to make more money? Whatever it is totally up to you. Flip the topic how you want. Or if you just feel like being a rebel and you're like, nah, I got other things on my mind. I want to share a poem that has nothing to do with Valentine's. Don't worry about it. You can definitely rock out for those of you who have signed up for our open mic tonight. And you can see also, I skipped the screen too quickly. You can see on the right-hand side of the screen that our upcoming themes next week is wishes. 2 weeks from now is going to be our 100th Monday Night Online Open Mic. I'm excited about that. I'm going to give all the info on that because what we're going to do is we are going to do a 2-minute special and everyone can sign up. Even if you signed up for the 21st, for the 28th, our 100th special, we are going to do away with all of our rules for that one day. But again, I'll speak more on that later on. As you can see, April 4th, our 2-year anniversary, which is going to be similar. All of this and more can be found on my Instagram and Twitter, Advocate of Wordz. When you spell words, that's with a Z, because poetic license. It's also going to be on the New Eurekan Poets Instagram. Also, make sure you check out my YouTube because that is where we put up the poem of the week. That is where I'm going to continue to work on the highlights from the past and put all of that good stuff up there. So let's get right into it. We got a few rules. Poets, when you are performing, please turn your cameras on. We want to not just see your beautiful faces, but we want to see your expressions. We are looking to simulate an in-person open mic as much as possible. So make sure you put your cameras on when you're performing. So if your room is not clean, make sure you go clean your room right now, or position your camera so all we can see is the wall behind you if you want to hide that. But you know, we're into voyeurism here. We want to see what's going on behind. Do you have a certain special someone behind? All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Make sure that you have your poem ready. So if you're analog style and you got it a book or paper, make sure it's right by you. If you're going to be reading from your computer screen, make sure you have that file up. Every second that we save means we could get deeper into the waiting list. And I want to get to everyone on the waiting list if possible tonight. You know, out of love. Poets, you got 3 minutes to rock out. Not 3.5 minutes, not 3 minutes and 15 seconds. You got 3 minutes to rock out. And please, you keep your intros to less than 30 seconds. Let the people know where they can find you online. And then whatever you're promoting, you can share it to them right there, because we are on here to hear your poetry. That's what we want to hear tonight. In terms of censorship, put the kids to bed, because there is no censorship. Some of our poets like to use mommy and daddy language, or for tonight, we're going to call it Valentine's language. Or on a more serious note, we do have some poets who have decided to be very vulnerable with their poems. They talk about really serious issues. It could be triggering, so I want to let everyone know there is no censorship tonight. After our poets perform, you're going to get this message on your screen. Please click that blue button and unmute yourselves. Shower our poets with as much love as possible, and who cares about your neighbors? Be obnoxious. They're probably making a lot of noise anyway. It's Valentine's Day today, whether they're cursing it out because they hate Valentine's, or they're with special someone, whatever. Our open mic list for tonight is closed. Signups begin 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you would go to newyorrican.org and you would click on full events calendar. When you get there, you would click on the date that you would like to sign up for. So next week, it would be the 21st. On Sunday at 8 p.m., you would click on the 21st and you would get an artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way to get onto the open mic list. The View RSVP ticket is basically to give you a reminder of how to check us out tonight. Artist RSVP ticket is the only way to get onto the open mic list. And you see all the names on the screen. That is how they got on. They got an artist RSVP ticket. A few people have been highlighted because they are new, and that is like Margarita. I got to meet her this Saturday at the hybrid open mic. Ooh, she is totally awesome. I'm excited to hear her rock out. She got a story of her own. We also have Claudia, and if I'm correct about who the Claudia is, I think she may have rocked with us once before, and I know she has been checking us out. If I'm talking about the right one, if that's the same one who has rocked out, we're going to find out later on. We also have Lauren Boberski. Lauren, if I pronounced your last name wrong, please feel free to correct me when I call you up later. We also have Kate Flanders, who also had hit me up. I think she mistakenly believed she signed up for the open mic last week, but she didn't. So I'm excited that she's getting on this week and we can hear her. We have Jessica Diaz, who I believe has rocked out with us once before. Jennifer Newsey, who I believe has also rocked out with us only once before. We have Mikhail McKay, again, I think signed up once before. James Seaton, again, only signed up once before. Hakeem Coriano, I've never seen that name before. Michelle Ortiz, I believe that's the first time that we have heard her. And Ashwarya, I hope I'm saying your name right, Rain. So that's who we have. And of course, everyone in the white lettering has been rocking out with us for a little while, at least 2 or 3 times. Many of them are our mainstay members who have really helped build this community, and I love it. With that being said, I think we have heard enough of my voice. Poets who are performing, poets who are here on Zoom with us, make sure that you open up the chat. I just put in the full list of who is rocking out tonight, the open mic list. And kicking it off with us tonight is Miro, who also performed at Hybrid on this Saturday, and her first poem, she used a little bit of mommy and daddy language. So I don't know what we're gonna get from her tonight. Miro, it's a pleasure to see you as always. She also got a book. I can't believe of all the things I introduced her, I forgot to mention she has her own book. So Miro, let the people know where they can find you online, and you got 3 minutes to rock out. It was a pleasure to see you this weekend in person. It's a pleasure to see you now. Go ahead, sis, the floor is yours.
It's always wonderful and an experience to see you, Advocate. Thank you. I do have a book. It's called Ebb and Flow. If you want it, slide into my DMs. Miro reads books on IG. So I'm going to invoke poetic license with this one. This is one I put out, and it's memorized, so a little scary. Okay. When I put out into the universe that I don't have the energy to entertain new dick, that is exactly the moment when new dick presents itself. Like, I'm just trying to worship at the temple of me for a minute, kiss the ground I'm walking on for a moment before making way for new dick to trample over these hallowed grounds. And for now, when the need arises, I have semi-reliable dick I can hit. And when that dick doesn't text, I've got the dick in my head and some good vibes that always do the trick. And by the way, I have yet to meet a dick that can fuck me the way I fuck me. Besides, do I really want the headache that comes with allowing new dick in my world? Judging from experience and the many Excedrin taken, no. Then again, I find myself vacillating between my choices to have dick or be without, annoyed that my mind won't focus on something with a touch more substance. I'm a boy crazy college freshman all over again, salivating over the new dicks that look at me, though most, no all, aren't nearly close to being worthy. This I know from my many, many past encounters. Don't think I'm being cocky. But what if really great new dick comes along? You know, the rare kind that's thoughtful, funny, respectful, but knows how to throw down. Do I interrupt myself to let new dick in, or step aside and watch him keep on going? Indecisive like Hamlet, my mind presents the ghost of Dick's past battling with the potential of Dick future, this epic mental cockfight doing nothing to alleviate endless thoughts of anxious what-ifs. Sometimes I think it would be easier to forget it all and drown the possibilities in a big slice of yellow cake with pink icing, my current favorite. But you can't nuzzle cake the way you can new dick. See what I mean by headache? Thank you. Happy Valentine's.
The fucking cake!
Oh yeah!
Oh my legend!
Make sure y'all give Miro a follow at Miro Reads Books. It looks like Miro Reads Books, but it's not Miro Reads Books. And I love the use of the props. That's one of the awesome things about being at home. You can use these props. Although, I will tell you that Miro used that prop on this very stage at the New Rican Poets Cafe. It was fantastic. Make sure you give her a follow. Thank you, Miro. Let's keep it moving as we go to our brother in India, Mr. Umesh Mohikar. Umesh, are you there, sir?
Yes, advocate. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. I'm Unmesh Mohitkar on IG and FB. I got a open mic. Let's Unmesh live every Saturday, 10:30 a.m. EST. Okay, here I go. The moon never shows its true colors, hides the devil on the other side. Poets ought to blame. They see in him their lover, their dreams, their passion. Some see lost ones, loved ones, separated ones, who are never going to come back. They look at the moon, they speak with them, but the moon hides its true colors. The moon adds splendor to the night to impress the stars. True playboy who titillates the stars by twisting his body in different angles like a bodybuilder. Desperate stars remains desperate. Touch me not, he is just to see, not to touch. The moon never shows his true colors. The tantrics, black magicians, occultists love moon. It represents the dark dimension, the passion for the unseen, the howls and cries of the night. The moon never shows his true colors. Real moon is the new moon, the invisible one. On the new moon day, he lands on the earth. Try to search him at night. He stands beside you, unseen, untouched, unforgiving, to snatch away something from you to his darker side, unseen, unknown. The moon never shows its true colors. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Umesh
Mohikar.
Amazing.
Unmesh.
It just started.
Umesh Mohikar on Facebook, on Instagram, give him a follow. He also hosts his own open mic. Now, I know over here on the East Coast of America, I think it's really early for us, but he's doing it from India, our brother. He is always joining us, a mainstay. Make sure that you go and you check him out. Umesh, It's always a pleasure to have you on and be part of this community. I always say that the kind of energy he brings to his poetry is very much in line with the founders of the New Rican Poets Cafe. Love having them on. Let's keep rolling. And now we're going to go with Vexed Lex. I don't know if she's vexed tonight or if she's in love. It's Valentine's. We're about to find out. Vexed, what's going on? Let the people know they can find you online. And then we're ready for your poetry, sis.
All right, hey, you guys can follow me on Instagram at VexLexPoetry. In full disclosure, I have a couple poems for this cute girl that asked me to be her girlfriend on Saturday. So, all right, first two are haikus. My dearest Mary, she is love personified, an endless treasure. And then the next one is, you saw me naked, emotions front and center. Gentle hands on me. And then here's my longer piece. It's called Like Music. I hum a nostalgic tune to the thought of you. Attempt to whistle to the way you awaken a sleepwalking soul. By the touch of a soft hand, tap my fingers to the vibration traveling through my body. When your lips are pressed against mine, your laughter is a melody I have longed to hear for quite some time. Being with you is like listening to music, that new song you have been waiting to hear, and once you have, it replays on an endless loop on the loudest setting. You may worry that I will tire of the repetition, but every moment it plays, it is the first time all over again. And with every new memory, a playlist starts to form, adjusting to my new norm of hearing you everywhere I go, because being with you is like music. Being with you is like listening to an old song with a new appreciation, swaying ourselves to unchained melody, hungered for your touch, watching you in awe as you serenade me to you and me, and I can't keep my eyes off of you. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Vex Lex, y'all.
Gorgeous.
Mary.
Oh, you go.
Mary, you mad lucky.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All the seasons are here.
She got her hair did. She's wearing red. She's all ready to go. Vex Lex Poetry. Make sure that you go give her a follow on Instagram, Vex Lex Poetry. Also, let me make sure that we can do that. Yeah, participants are allowed to unmute themselves. You are allowed to rename yourselves if you want to put your Instagram handle or your Twitter handle or YouTube handle, whatever it is that you want people to be able to find you on the social medias. I'm really big on that and building community. Listen, every Monday, I want you to come hang out with us. Every Thursday night, I want you to come hang out with the New Rican Poets Cafe. The Thursday night online open mic at 9 p.m. Eastern, hosted by La Bruja. But I also understand there are many other days within the week and there are things to do. So we have a lot of people who are doing a lot of things and we're looking to build community, like I said. So make sure you give everyone a follow. We've had people create anthologies like Miro. I know she's got her book out, but she created an anthology of her own. We have other people hosting open mics like Umesh Mohikar. So make sure you go give them a follow. Give VexLex a follow at VexLex Poetry. With that being said, next coming up is the wild card, and that is the withdrawn. Listen, folks, make sure the kids are away from the speaker. That's all I'm saying. It's Valentine's. We all expect something from this brother. My man, it's a pleasure to see you. Let the people know where they can find you online, and then the floor is yours.
A pleasure to see you too, man. Thank you. Y'all can follow me at the Withdrawn on Instagram and the withdrawn.com. And I'm gonna fly through this one quick. It's new shit.
Wait. Say it again. I'm not sure if did everyone hear him? It came in broken up. Were y'all able to hear him? No. All right. So we didn't get to hear you. So again, let the people know where they can find you online and then get into it, brother, because it broke up. Your mic broke up.
Okay. Y'all can follow me at the withdrawn.com and the Withdrawn on Instagram. Still no?
All right. You know what? 2 times in a row we've heard on Instagram. So we didn't even get to hear where. Yeah, do a mic check real quick.
Okay.
My bad.
Oh, I hear you now. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Hear me now? Sounds better? Yeah? All right. The Withdrawn on Instagram and thewithdrawn.com. And this piece is called My Hidden Memories Are Unlocking Tonight. Let's go off somewhere on a trip with you as my Valentine. Ain't got to get a tattoo of my name, so writing it in the sand is fine. We can both be the biggest stars amongst little skies. Or play clowns in clouds like that one Costa Rica volcano hike. I know by the time I finish this, I might be drunk or high. Possibly both. End up done at 7:59 right before the New Year's online open mic. In an intimate way, I want to grab your heart out your chest and take a big boy bite. Steep and swallow your spit as if it be tea like chai. Surely goes without being said, if I don't dine, I die. So feed me love with the side of Five Guys fries. The PB shake is the icing on the cake, like leggings on thick thighs. I give it about 5 to 6 C's before we bleed what's left over to the crib side. Dessert sometimes calls for a pie of lies. Answering the line might leave a line to realign. It sucks, but at the same time, might have been the reply needed to give you your eagle eyes. And without them sharpened, you would have missed me, sugar, like keto diet. Before your stomach blows up, I'm wondering if I can land mine. Talking right on your finger where they say vein is connected to heart via landline. Never cared enough about the game, but I'm fine with the performances for Super Bowl halftime. Plus, the player Way would play me if at any time I thought about trying. No pressure, but when you next see me live, give in to the salivating of your mind. The stage will present a view of how I physically and mentally remain fly. I'd allow your aroma to dress me up real nice. Place a spell around my tie. Never let them forget why I'll forever be an advocate of Brujas for life. Why with these themes we thrive. Why as poets we choose to create to survive. I don't know what city or state you reside, but I live in love. So come move in with me and be my forever Valentine. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for the love of the
Good living love.
Oh, let's go. Let's
Nice.
go. That's how you do it on a withdrawn.
Oh, that was kind of sweet. He got a soft side to him. Make sure you check out The Withdrawn on Instagram at The Withdrawn or his website, thewithdrawn.com. A mainstay here at the Monday night online open mic. I love that, brother. And next coming up is another mainstay. I'm excited to hear what he has to say right now with Valentine's. And that is our man, Henry Lee Simone, who every other week hosts his own open mic right before this one. My man, it is a pleasure to see you as always. Let the people know where they can find you online, and then we ready for you.
You know what? Generosimo Brian Franco on Facebook and GNRLSMO on Instagram, and I'll just put all the bunch of stuff about how to buy my book and upcoming events in the chat real quick afterwards. But let me read some poems for you real quick. 1. Upon arbitrarily running into an ex at Trader Joe's. One day, while squeezing persimmons at Trader Joe's, I espied a former lover of whom I hadn't seen in decades, of whom hadn't invaded my thoughts in decades, of whom had escaped my sleeping dreams over a decade ago, of whom broke my heart by surgically removing it with words that served as scalpel. This former lover walked over to me decades after the non-consensual surgery and touched my shoulder lightly. This former lover dared look me in the eyes and said, "Hello, long time no see." This former lover said, should we grab a hot cup of lapsang souchong and catch up? As if invoking my tea of choice from the past would not raise long dormant emotional keloids in my memories, I said, why not? Why I consider my inexplicable need to write love poems to be a futile endeavor. My heart has been broken so many times, it's at least 1/8 to 1/4 Gorilla Glue epoxy and other adhesives that fill gaps where microscopic shards of muscle that did not survive the break and never made it into the dustpan I sweep my heart into, and most likely get stuck to the bottom of a stranger's shoe and gets wiped away in grass or on a doormat. At times I have felt like a doormat. Maybe someone will scrape their shoe against my psyche and transfer a stranger's microscopic shards of heart into my soul, and maybe allowing myself to be a doormat is the only way I can replenish the missing pieces of my heart. And finally, the feast of Beauty and Beast. The fact that certain people call us Beauty and the Beast is fine with me. I wear my crown as Beast who landed the beauty with pride. Our love is a story for the millennium. We are a feast for those hungry for true love. I might be fried chicken gizzards with butterbean succotash and mashed potatoes made with the skins and little lumps of potato the masher missed, or black-eyed peas on New Year's Eve with raw chopped Vidalia onions, dark green peppery ham hock collard greens, and Aunt Lila's cheese grits. Or you are a fancy bowl of bouillabaisse, tomatoey broth, fresh-caught shrimp, scallops, and flaky fish, with a rainbow of veggies, soup that resembles a French Impressionist painting at the Louvre, with bright green, freshly steamed asparagus and a silky ribbon of lemony hollandaise, and dessert of rich New York cheesecake from Katz's on Houston Street, plain and unadorned, because your love alone provides me satisfaction no one else can know. Happy V-Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day, brother.
yeah.
Unmute yourselves and give this man some love, y'all.
Heart back together.
Yay!
Heavenly Simo, make sure that y'all go and give him a follow. Like I said, every other week he hosts his own open mic. And the next time y'all need, you're gonna have a date and you don't know what to have for dinner, you hit him up, you buy his book, you read his book, you're gonna find out some like really awesome foods that you can make. I love this dude a lot. Oh, fresh hair and beard, brother. I see that. You looking awesome, by the way. Jerry Lee Simo on Mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic. Next coming up is one of our newest mainstays here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic, and that is Stephanie Vance. She is a powerhouse. I love having this woman in the community. Stephanie, a pleasure to see you. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Let the people know where they can find you online, and then we ready for your poetry, sis.
Hey everyone. Yeah, you can find me at Steph Makes Faces on Instagram and other places, but Instagram is the only one anyone cares about. I am going to read a piece tonight called Do Not Approach. Are you sure? You're sure you want to approach. You better be sure before you invade my space. My space is sacred and no longer suffers fools. Do not mistake my smile for an invitation unless I tell you to. Please stand 6 feet away until I decide I want you, but take your mask off just enough so I can glimpse what's underneath from a safe distance. I can see myself clearly enough. I can tell the difference between your wants and my needs. Do not come to me with some wishy-washy garbage, preemptive sorries, and you're kinda cool. Miss me with anything less than yes. Your approach is not novel. I am a grown-ass woman. You think I haven't seen this before? You think I don't know how this ends? Hard pass. This is not a novel. You do not get to aw shucks your way into my arms. Repeated limp refrains get shown the door. Give me that 4 on the floor, that crisp hi-hat, that down bad riff that leaves me down bad. Give me soft eyes and firm hands. Dancing feet on sight. If you can heel toe, even better. Maybe you could teach me. I am a nice girl. I am the kind of girl to forgive and forgive a hard-won head on my shoulders, and a glow-in-the-dark map that shows you how. Honor me for it. Recognize that you are in the presence of greatness and let it make you stand taller. I do not pretend I have nothing to learn. The sheer tonnage of what I don't know could turn an arena into a fire hazard, but so too do all of you have plenty to learn, and until you learn that, do not approach. I'd rather be over here, grooving all on my own.
Ooh, unmute yourselves and give it up for Stephanie Vance.
Yes.
That was
Wow, that was clear.
Speak.
Groove on your own.
Listen to this
sis.
one.
That's
We
right.
hear you.
Groove on your own.
What y'all know about the heel toe, man? I'm about to get up and do some dancing. All right, I love it. Stephanie Vance, make sure that you go give her a follow. Her poetry's fire. I love it. I love it. Happy Valentine's Day to Stephanie. All right, next coming up to the microphone is this man. It's not just a poet. This man doesn't just have some awesome hair and an awesome beard. He is not only wearing an awesome hoodie, but he also makes some awesome graphic arts. And me, myself, who is a poet who also does graphic arts, I truly appreciate it. And that is my man, Christian Moran. Brother, it is good to see you. Let the people know where they can find you online and all your goodness. And then we ready for it. We ready for you.
Thank you, Advocate. That is a lot of awesomes. Shout out to Noelia for rocking the hoodie. Also, shout out to my grandma today for Valentine's. And I also spent the evening with a wonderful woman myself. But today I'm gonna do a little something different. I'm gonna read a letter that I wrote to my father a couple years ago. Hey, Pops. Yep, it's a letter, a good old-fashioned letter. I tried calling your phone, but it went to voicemail as expected, which I was actually hoping for this particular time, as I wanted to leave you a message. But of course, that too is full. So here we are, this letter. The reason I was calling is that there was something I meant to tell you when I saw you before your wedding gig the other day. However, that moment passed before I realized I'd forgotten. So I figured I'd wait until I saw you again. Then I sat relaxing in the sunroom after a very productive day. I said to myself, to hell with that. Let me embrace this thing called a cellular device for a moment and just give him a ring. Lo and behold, though, again, here we are. So all that said, what I want to say is thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for giving me such a spectacular life. I mean, I sat here a week or two ago, finally taking it all in, finally being grateful, rather finally feeling grateful. From my insanely unique dreamlike childhood to your constant support this very day, I don't believe I'll ever be able to fully express how much I appreciate the kind of love you provide as a father. No matter how trivial or crazy the endeavor, you've always exuded a level of encouragement that has allowed me to literally accomplish anything. So much so, and a part of me is ashamed to admit this, yet also accepting of the necessity to do so. I have undoubtedly taken granted such a life. And for that, I'm immensely sorry. I'm sorry for ever making you feel less than or unappreciated. I'm sorry for neglecting you in pursuit of my own selfish desires. Merely so, I'm sorry for forgetting how to be your son, how to be a brother to my siblings, how to be a friend to my friends, and how to be a human to the rest of the world. But I'm working on it. In addition to my gratitude, that too is something I wanted to let you know, is that I'm working on it. I'm working on me. But as far as the good stuff goes, I'm not going to dive into all that here. Rather save that for some good old conversation. Just, man, it's been a hell of a ride, hasn't it? And I feel like the journey is just beginning. Well, a new one at that, which I obviously couldn't be more excited about. And to think, this all came spewing out of my brain just from mulling over our own direct relationship. But then there's my own friends, people I know through you, my own career and love affairs, and so on, all to make for my own little piece of life and experiences, which is wild to think about. And I love it. And I love you. And yeah, that's all I got for now. Plus, I'm tired and need to get some rest so I can knock out this video project. But I do hope you found comfort in this. Love, your son, Christian.
Unmute yourselves and
That
give
was
this
so
man some
beautiful.
love.
We
I'm gonna love that.
Oh,
Yeah.
love you,
No.
love you.
Get a hoodie. Get a hoodie.
Gotta
Throw
knock
that
out the
shit
video
down.
project.
Curly headed ninny, check him out.
Yes. That was beautiful.
Christian Moran. And listen, as a poet, like I'm all about the poetry, but I really enjoyed that line. Like, I'm totally paraphrasing here, where it's like, I'm gonna save the rest for in-person conversation. I love it when our poets show their vulnerability and write about something that's really near and dear to their heart. Christian, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I hope that it inspires the rest of the people in the community who, we all got someone we need to say thank you to. So make sure that y'all do that and go check out my man Christian at Curly Headed Nitty. And of course, a shout out to my love, Mariella Salazar. Happy Valentine's Day, baby. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for putting up with my shit. Y'all have no idea how much this woman has to put up with. And she's looking so pretty in red, so pretty in red. Also, I did get the message from Diane Ward, who has to leave soon, who sent love to Mariella and to my son letters. I appreciate you, Diane. As always, I hope that this day was great for you. I hope you had a great weekend. You hope that you have an even better week coming up. All right, let's keep moving forward. Next coming up is she's going to try to hit y'all with that sweet Valentine's Day voice, all nice and soft. And then she's going to speak as if all the ancestors are coming through her. And that is Ray Jane. Ray, sis, it is a pleasure to have you. As always, I hope all is well with you. Let the good people know where they can follow you online, and then set it ablaze, sis. We ready.
What's up? What's up? Greetings. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I'm sending you some love, some extra love if you need it, some love if you don't want it. You're going to have this love. You're going to have this love because it's for you. If you like more of it, you can find me at itsrayjane.com. That's itsrayjane.com. That has links to all my Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, etc. Come get with me. So in the spirit of love, I'm working on a book of love poems, and I'm going to read you a piece from that. It's entitled New Moon. Invite me to your lap, griot. I love to watch as thoughts connect your heart and head, well fed, I see. Full and delightfully complete. Sentences, thoughts articulated with punctuation, I look on anticipating. The blooming honeysuckle that is your mind. Not to be outdone, I bring my own wits to the picnic, let it warm in your sun. Buzzing about your litanies like lilies, please believe I'm trying to pollinate you. To expand with you, petals stretching to the borders of the universe, you and me be hula hooping dark matter. We chatter magnetic. I already got all your negative slipping charges. Attracted, we'd be drawn to each other, eventually recombining in my mind as I yearn to be the air between your lips when your argument gains momentum. Facts flying from your mouth, animating with your hands, I drink you. Not a lazy listener, though I tussle with you intellectually, guiding us to and fro. I learn from you. Not because I want to make love to your timber, or perhaps because I'll always remember that the words I now adore also call you home. No, I give you no freebies, make you defeat me with rebuttals that must be verbose. Before I ever ingest you, I hold you up close, inspect you, ensure you are what you seem, push the boundaries of your mind, force you to perform on steam. I want to hear you when your silence is speaking. I want to converse with you so deeply that at the end of every conversation, I have more of you in me. Thank you.
God damn, mute yourselves. Give it up for Ray Jane.
Damn it, Ray Jane, come through. Come through.
Love the
Come
delivery.
through.
How you bring the love right there.
Yes.
Seasons arrive.
Ray Jane, you can follow her at itsrayjane.com. Make sure you go check her out. It's Ray Jane. That's itsrayjane.com. Not only a mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic, but she's been here since damn near the beginning. Ray, we love you. We appreciate you. Always, I love me some Ray Jane. And she always setting it ablaze, always setting it ablaze. All right, we're about 40 minutes in, which means that we have enough time to, because we had a bunch of people who I know who have come in late. So real quick, let us reintroduce ourselves. This is the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the legendary Nuyorican Poets Cafe. And I am the lucky fool who loves to host it. My name is Advocate of Words. You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Advocate of Words. When you spell words, that's with a Z, because from the Bronx, hip hop, what, also on YouTube, check it out. We've been doing this for 98 weeks in a row, nonstop. Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. If you would like to rewatch tonight's open mic or any of our previous open mics, make sure you look up Nuyorican Poets Cafe on Facebook and YouTube, especially this week, because I am going to be updating the YouTube channel. It's going to be all kinds of fly. I got so much to show y'all. It's going to be exciting. Now, tonight's open mic list is closed. It tends to close rather quickly. We open up the open mic list 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You would go to nuyorican.org and click on full events calendar. When you get there, you would click on the date you want to sign up for. So next week would be the 21st. You would click on February 21st, and then you would get an artist RSVP ticket. It is not going to appear on the website until 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. You get the artist RSVP ticket, and that is the only way that you sign up for the open mic. View RSVP ticket means you're just going to get an email reminder saying, hey, come hang out with us. We got the open mic going on Monday. Also, I'd like to let you know that this is happening. The anthology. On April 5th, we are going to be opening up submissions for you to share your poetry and put into our anthology. Now listen, I know it's called the Anthology Online Open Mic. It is going to be in a book. It is not going to be done online. This is only a work entitled For the Time Being. And that is, I'm calling it as the work entitled the Anthology Online Open Mic because the only poems that are going to be in the book, the only poems that you can start submitting on April 5th are poems that you have performed on the Monday night or the Thursday night online open mic. I am telling you this, and I have been telling people this for weeks in advance because we want to know the date that you performed your poem that you were submitted. You're going to be able to submit up to 5 poems, only 5. You're able to submit up to 5 poems that you performed on a Monday or Thursday night online open mic. We're going to include that in the anthology. And I just want to say that we have been looking for a publisher. And I have been speaking with La Bruja, who is our new executive director, not only host of the Thursday night online open mic, not only the curator and host of the Beatnik series, not only the #1 Boogie Rican, but she is now our executive director. And I have been speaking with her about this. And it looks as if the Nuyorican Poets Cafe is going to do publishing. I've probably already said too much. I'm probably going to get in trouble for this. I hope right now that La Bruja doesn't watch this. I hope she's not checking this out right now. I hope she is busy at home or enjoying her Valentine's Day. I probably said too much, so I should keep going on and just get to the next poet, which is Mr. Tessa Somok. But that is where we are moving towards. It's going to open on April 5th. In a few weeks, we're going to pull out a official announcement with all the details to that. But with that being said, I have said enough. Mr. Tessa Somok, brother, it is a pleasure to see you. As always, this man can play guitar and sing. By the way, he actually sung the new theme song for La Bruja as our executive director, and I loved it. Tez, let the people know where they can find you online, and it's your turn to rock, brother.
All right, Gashes 2019 on Instagram, and let's see how much I can get in on this. The hearing on speculative. The Council Police opens the doors to the community meeting room. A very frustrated and randomly masked audience grumbles into the room to find available seats. The audience is composed of the usual political gadflies, the ragmen of resentment towards the politicians, the community members with their belief that their extremely diluted altruistic public comments will change the prescriptive managerialism of the interest of the city. Councilman Rob U. Moore. Good morning. I'm your local council person chairing this very important meeting, the hearing on the speculative human futures. We have invited a special speaker, Dr. Dan Conman. Dr. Conman is one of the most original and interesting thinkers of our times. There may be no other person on the planet who better understands how and why we make the choices we make. He comes to us with a lifetime's worth of wisdom presented in a manner that is simple and engaging. Mr. Rob U. Moore stands up and signals to the entrance of Dr. Conman. Dr. Conman is escorted by the council police to the witness seat at the front of what the politicians and insiders call the horseshoe, where the chair sits at the top of the horseshoe and the witness is caught in a Hannibal-esque pincer maneuver. Councilman Rob U. Moore, please, everybody, let's have a seat. Dr. Conman, welcome to this hearing. Dr. Conman cracks open his briefcase, pulls out a couple of manila folders, unbuttons his very well-tailored suit jacket, the ones with the very geometric shoulder pads. Dan Conman, thank you, Honorable Mr. Rob U. Moore. Random audience member, can we get on with this hearing? We got lives. We're not your usual political gadflies. An agitated audience member stands up and appears frustrated with the formalities of the meeting. Mr. U. Moore stands up and begins to berate the audience member, Councilman Rob U. Moore. Now listen here, we will have an orderly meeting. We will not tolerate crosstalk or audience outbursts. You have been given comment cards, fill them out. Give them to the sergeant of arms. He stretches his hand, points to the right foot of the horseshoe where the sergeant mounts a worn wooden desk, and wait your turn to be called during public comment. If I get one more outburst, you will be escorted out by the council police. And if you resist, you will be arrested for disrupting a government meeting. This is not acceptable political discourse. The room settles to the point where you can hear the handcuff keys on the police person jiggle when they move. Councilman Rob U. Moore, the real reason that we're here today is to discuss the concerns of this hearing. Speculative human futures. We're plagued by the two deflationary remnants from the 20th century and one from the 21st century pandemics, and eventually in the endemic state of being. He looks and signals to Dr. Conman for a back channel agreement. Dr. Conman, Honorable Mr. Rob U. Moore, that is an excellent summary of the issues at question today. Councilman, we have demonstrable trends and two divergent trends in the death tables, the actuary tables used by insurance companies to set the value of life, currently at 250K.
Says we got to wrap it up. We overtime, sorry.
Good, we'll continue. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Mr. Tessa Somok, y'all. Unmute yourselves.
To be continued. Take that, title.
Mr. Tessa Somok, make sure that you go give him a follow and be like, yo, man, I know Advocate of Wordz was rude and cut you off. I want to hear the rest of your poem. Where can I find it? Gashes 2019 on Instagram. He also runs the Facebook group Pandemic Poets. Go give that dude a follow. He's also Gashes 2019 on Facebook, but it's not the numbers. It's all spelled out. Go give him a follow. Be like, yo, you left on the cliffhanger. I want to hear more. Gashes 2019. Check out Mr. Tessa Somok. He comes from a very talented family, as I love his background. His niece did that drawing. It is fantastic. Go give that dude a follow. Next coming up is another mainstay member, another man who is incredibly talented, not just in poetry, but in the art of fencing, and that is Norm Mathematics. Maestro, I love the shirt you're wearing. Let the people know where they can follow you, where they can find your book online, and then let's hear that fire, brother.
Got my New Yo merch today, loving it. And the deets are in the chat. I'm gonna jump right in. I got 2 poems. Before all this happened, I was gonna meet you by the fountain in the park, hug you where you could hug me back, feeling the cool flesh, your earlobe glancing my pursed lips, kiss the warm hollow behind your pierced ear. I was going to see you at point blank range, close enough to inhale the musk rising between us, warm curves moving mountains, irresistible currents to dive into, indifferent to potential drowning. I was not dreaming of a pixelated facsimile on a cold screen, made believe to be seen, stuck in a two-dimensional aisle, sitting adjacent to you. I was gonna feel the glimmer in your eyes, the telescopic vision across my innerverse, where only I can see the shimmer across my face, the holograph glow, a wiggle between diodes. Looking for silver linings, virtual proximity has illuminated 7 constructed 2-lane bridges spanning the gaps between your chakras and mine. Undergirding, anchored, deep enough to grow an equal sign between your expression and my expression, something equal to or greater than love. Next piece. This is a new piece, The Pursuit of Love. First love, original love, unconditional love. Thinking love needs no adjective less than magnificent. Looking for unconditional is the contradiction. Love does not have conditions. It is not in pursuit of anything outside itself. Mold love to pursue you and land where you want it just right. That category is boxed full of ribbons and bows, scented spaces, wafting memories that don't fit your heart these days. Conditions have changed. Love stays itself like life. It is we that shrink wrap, return to sender because the love didn't fit. Peace.
Unmute yourselves and give
Yeah.
more mathematics some love, y'all.
Absolutely. Amazing.
Go, math. Let's go.
Buy his book.
Norm Mathematic, yes. Go buy his book, Black Calculus. This dude is all kinds of awesome. He is a mainstay member here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic. You know, he is a mainstay member with the Nomadic Press. We have a few people from Nomadic Press who come and hang out with us. Nomadic Press is on Fridays. They host their own open mics. They've done like 90-something open mics as well. But make sure you go give Norm Mathematics a follow. Get his book. I saw people in the chat saying that they have been reading his book and they are loving it. It is highly recommended. Go check my dude out. I love him. I love him. Yo, this open mic is fantastic. I am loving it. It is awesome. Let's keep it moving. Next coming up is a woman that I got to meet at the hybrid open mic on February. And legend has it, she is the youngest member ever of the Young Lords. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to know more, you're going to have to go find her. And that is Margarita Centron. Margarita, it is a pleasure to have you rock out on Mondays. I know you have been checking this out. I know you have rocked out on Thursday Night Online Open Mic. I'm happy to have you on Mondays. Let the people know your social media handles if you have one. And then we're ready for that fire, sis.
Thank you so much, Advocate. Peace and love to everybody here. Always, my Instagram and my Facebook is my name, Margarita Cintron. This is my first time ever reciting my poetry, and that was a nickname I was dubbed. This poem was written in the early 70s, and parents, if you don't know, ever wonder what your children take away from witnessing our struggles. Well, this was my takeaway from witnessing my mother's struggles. Coming from Puerto Rico, not speaking English, and being a member of the Young Lords. This is entitled Ay Bendito. Borinquen, court of the rich, mi Puerto Rico. What is this weakness I cannot identify with? This weakness that on sleepless nights is as meaningful as a newborn infant's cry and has the strength of 1,000 men yet thrive on my existence. Only to rise with each new day and pray that I navigate my way through war-torn fields of empty tenements, haunting smells, scattered rainbows, and lifeless dreams. Fort Apache, the Bronx, where I first discovered that America doesn't care. Borinquen, you You are the reason for my being. You are the roots of my existence. I yearn to have the knowledge and know you for what you are, not just as an island that's been bled and your loved ones torn apart. I yearn within my right to know you in the ways of my forefathers, the poet who saw you in your glory, the writer who wrote endless stories of your bosom, the composer who heard you in his music, el pescador turned quincallero, who once drew sustenance from the depths of your emerald bounty, and the farmer, yes, the farmer, the spick, the jíbaro, who once knew what it was like to turn your soil and give you life. O Borinquen, to rest in the richness of your heritage that is your soil. Timbale, congas, bongo, bomba y plena. Feel the rhythm of the beat of my heart. Free, finally free. Borinquen, yes, you are the roots of my being, and you are the meaning of my existence. I too, Borinquen, once lived in shame, not knowing why. But now I know all the reasons why a Puerto Rican can say, ay bendito. I shall live to the day that I die, fighting for your rights. And if I don't accomplish it, Borinquen, then this much I can't say. You hold the history of my past and of our people. You are the seed that now flourishes through my mother. I am your future, and the fruits I will indwell, and your fruits I will indwell. For I too will have risen from a revolutionary seed, and I will inherit your fate, the future of Puerto Rico, un Puerto Rico libre con su bandera puertorriqueña y nada más que viva.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Margarita, y'all. Give it some love.
Beautiful.
Let's go.
Que es la que hay.
One of us.
Margarita Citron, it is a pleasure to have you on. It's a pleasure to hear you share your poetry with us. Make sure that y'all go and give her a follow. Who she is online is who she is in person. A beautiful spirit. Like I said, we got to meet her on Saturday. She came and she gave love and energy at the hybrid open mic. It was a pleasure to meet you, sis. I hope you stick around and stay with this community. You are more than welcome here. I love it. Margarita, go give her a follow. All right. Let's keep it moving. Next coming up is AJ, and I believe it's pronounced AJ because AJ's been on the Thursday night online open mic. I believe AJ has also been here on the Monday night online open mic. I'm trying to unmute them. Are you there, AJ? Are you getting it? Ron, are they there? Do you see? Oh, it looks like they left. All right, maybe they got booted. I think that's what happened. They got booted, had some computer problems. I'll look for them to come back in. So let's go to Lamar Mitchell. And if I'm not mistaken, Lamar has rocked with us before. I know, Lamar, you have checked out the Monday Night Online Open Mic, but if I'm not mistaken, you have. Yeah, I see the face now. Lamar rocked out with us once before. Lamar, it's good to see you again, brother. If you got social media, let the people know where they can find you online. And you got 3 minutes to rock. It's good to see you again.
Thank you so much, bro. I do want to give a disclaimer though. I'm one of the most un-Oakland people, Oakland dudes, you know. I just want to put that out there. I don't want to false advertise, but here we go. Where'd you go? I'm sorry. Okay, hold up. Technical difficulties. Oh shit, I'm so sorry.
Do you need me to come back to you or you got it?
I had my screen up, but it disappeared on me. Okay, here we go. All right. This is called Dogon Astronomy. I am above the world, something like a noumenon, squaring off within Buddha's octagon, the eschaton dawn crossing the omniscient Rubicon. Looney Tunes Quran, top spitting loogies on the shroud of turn, my cum rag for a new beyond, with a shoe bomb up in the astral plane, catalyzing the last and final coup d'etat. Creme brulee cod, Blu-ray blog. See you next Tuesday, dog. Holding a brick, not for ice, just rebuilding the lost pyramids of the Nagwal. Pavlov's supersized salivation cup, B cup, bra strap, DJ, 8 balls, blackballed. Uphold the Ma'at, replace the doctrines of the streets. Keep snitching, defund the police, restoration of the Greeks, Kemetic high priests. Over resurrected bleak man beats, radical chic. Fleet defeated, scatological rascals with optimized marble, ferro concrete. Mundus Volt Decipi, graffiti on Capitol Hill. Million trans man march, blue Georgia's fuse like animal still. Refractable chill, thrill, archer with the Parthian method act. Reprimand white supremacist terrorists, conk the tesseract. Ashy legs, sickle cell, manic depression, automatic reflection, magic dimensions within the snow globe, tragic confessions, rosebud prose, MacGuffin caught the mutation, christened as the altered beast of altered carbon and invasion-proof statements. Blue bacon, cobalt pork, beer battered, breaded abrasive, flying saucer saucepan to cook the Onks agents, spawn Satan, the plot to kill Black America, conflagration, Billy Pilgrim marries Philip Roth, paints and melanated, blended into the constellations, confiscation of agitprop art, enfant terrible Tyrannosaurus flex, spitting trilobites of microphones, galactic ostrich strength, redirection Mentuhotep, follow the trail of sunflower seeds to Karnak, he's munching on bullet shells in the corner, close encounter, alien contact, Stargats, maximize, gateway to Hannibal, zoological warfare, deep impact stacked like the 98th Avenue thoroughfare, horsehair, dyke bittered, Pegasus centaur, crusted in the meteorite, volcanic helium light, receiving the Christ phallus, oral doorway, phantom heliotype, phenotypical plight, ablaze, rays of darkness, Cenobite cubism, theory ripe, Israelites, aquatic stereo, baselines resonate in Poseidon's realm, kaleidoscopic nova mob, paper trail, sponges, oxygen ports in the church lung, Dirks hung over roller goal fun, 1011 trophy for the 2030 AD Futurama laurels, refute Obama's quarrels with that weak birth or sob story, God's glory and Buddha's karma floral arrangement, oral fixation through thorough portal engagement, John Malkovich's Cotard syndrome inside the mind
Lamar,
of
we gotta wrap it up. We over time. We gotta wrap it up. Sorry, man. Go ahead. Finish it off real quick if you want to spit the end.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that. I apologize. Morbid rephrases of the undertow wishbone. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Lamar and that crazy wordplay, y'all.
Whoa, you could flow for hours. Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
It did. It felt like he could have just kept going on and on. That wordplay was crazy, even with the bandwidth issues there. Unfortunately, there were some times that Lamar you cut out because of the connection and whatnot. But we heard, most of it. That wordplay is crazy. The chat was lighting up. Of course, poets, after you perform, check out the chat because people are saying so many nice things about you. I want you to go also check out the Facebook and YouTube because there are people who leave comments on there as well about the poetry. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's see if we can get AJ back. I tried to unmute AJ and then they got booted. AJ, you there?
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, there we go. We can hear you. And it's pronounced AJ, right?
It's AJ and my pronouncer is she, her, yes.
Awesome. AJ, it's a pleasure to see you. And I think you rocked on Thursday nights, but you've also rocked with us here on Monday nights, correct?
I have, yeah. I've been rocking with you always since before the shutdown. Like I used to go in person. So
awesome.
I pop
AJ,
up all the time.
Let the people know they can find you online, and then you got 3 minutes to share your poetry.
On Instagram and Twitter, at AJ Made This, and that's the letter J, E Made This. on Instagram and Twitter. Okay, I'm just going to start with my first piece called Shots Fired. I thought I was your dream girl, but I betrayed myself. I built our house on your platform of extraordinary lies. If you were the sky, I was the sun. Were you just as afraid to touch me as I was to touch you? How often did you think of me when your body was tangled in hers? Did you forget how to pronounce my name? Actually, I was no one's dream, not a wife or a mother, hardly a teacher, and I didn't have many friends. I was not a dream girl or an idea. I am a woman, and you had absolutely no right to take me for granted. Finally, fresh out of tomorrows. That's all right. We were never meant to last forever. You coordinated me queen mother, and I ruled benevolently. So tell me, what did I do wrong? I tried to seduce flies with honey, but that was all in vain. I wished every argument we ever had meant something, or perhaps they might have value now since you let those people assassinate me. Did you do it? Did you help them lynch me when they asked you to sacrifice my life? Did you feel my heart breaking as you said yes? You shot me, but we both know it's you who's going to bleed to death in the end. And then I have one more piece called July. If heaven and hell existed, then it was surely in vain. Hell was my father's accent at the peak of his rage, blistering my ears, its intonations wringing my exhausted neck. As for heaven, well, heaven existed right here on our island. It is also in your eyes, guarded by the shade of your eyelashes. It was the natural cocoa of your mouth. The most wonderful gift was being near to you, lover. My chest expanded at the touch of your fingers, and I lost track of time. There were no such things as hours or days when I was in your company. The orange-colored waves off the shore reminiscent of last summer's heat. This is where you were born, in the place where the wedding of nature and fate was announced. Later, we lived elsewhere, a totally new landscape. I could feel the mending of my spirit after you kissed me and opened the passenger side door of your car. I folded myself into the seat and we took off for a long drive in the countryside, bending and whipping around inconvenient corners, speeding quicker than the gaggle of rowdy butterflies that flew about in my brain. Our fears dragged out of the open sunroof. Your laugh soothed the aggravated blisters in my ears. I leaned over and slid the box braids away from the side of your neck. My lips returned to their favorite place. I could have exploded or died or then slept in your arms for a million decades. I thought to myself, now July is here for us, and this truly is a dream. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give some love to AJ, y'all.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So good.
That delivery, though.
Background too. Let's go.
The delivery.
They love you, AJ. They love you. Make sure you put your info in the chat so the people can give you a follow. AJ, I think second time she's rocked with us. Second time, at least on the Monday night online open mic. AJ said that she came and rocked at New Eurekan Post Cafe before the pandemic closed, which is a great way for me let you know that we are open back up. We are having shows here. Make sure you go to neweurekan.org, click full events calendar, and you can find out all of the shows that we have starting to return here, including some live shows that I'm hosting, including live shows Abruja's hosting, as among other things. I know we're doing a comedy show here as well. I know Rocky Presents is coming back. He's been doing his thing here, so make sure that y'all check that out, and let's keep it moving. Next coming up is Velvica Elvira, and Velvica got to rock out and killed it at Hybrid on Saturday. Velvica, I'm asking to unmute you. There we go, Velvica. I hear you and I see you.
Okay?
Yes, you sound great, and you were
thank
awesome
goodness.
this weekend. Let the people know they can find you online. I see it's in your Zoom, and then let's get going. We ready to hear. We ready to rock with you.
Okay. You can find me on Sisters Writings. I'll make sure to put it in the chat after. And I have a piece I wrote a while ago on meeting people that don't really know what they want. How many times have I trailed this exact path of pavement, somehow finding different pebbles with the same statements, losing termites in the stitches of my flesh, the lies which they refresh and conspire with for me to detest. With the entanglements of my hides, the critters linger and survive in the lips of those who have sought comfort in my body, not with commitments, but more as a hobby, spilling every I love you not meant for me into the fissures of my breath, planting snapdragon seeds. With every inhale I hitch, I am given more than I bargained for, more than I'd ever sought, with aged wine and mosquito trap sugar, with white roses and ginger tea. Ginger tea is stained with bittersweet honey and the roses with blood. The wine has dust in it and the traps are undone. With every passing moment and every exchange taste, I grow numb to the backhanded embrace. The numbness swells like month-old hunger, the pangs of hail on frail windows. You find the time to create conflicting cocktails of every lover you've ever betrayed. Had your desperate wishes of wanderlust remained at bay, you'd live a peaceful day today, knowing you didn't have to hide away with the harsh bites to remind you you're a desire. Like masochism and nightly bonfires, tarnishing anything nearby, including the partakers with curious minds. And then the day comes when suddenly you're in the seat and there at the aisle, wondering if all of those days were ever worthwhile, of the way the oblivious eyes love with oceans and your lovers sway with explosions, because when they kiss, you realize you've learned the taste of her lips instead of his, her transferring of the white hyacinths, finding your taste on his body. Thank you.
Ooh, mute yourselves and give it up for Velvica.
Yes. Wow. So good.
One
Oh,
beautiful.
Velvica, one of the newest mainstay members with the Monday Night Online Open Mic and the community at large with Hybrid. Make sure you go give her a follow. Again, it is at, you could put, Velvica, you can put your info into the chat because the people are lazy, including myself. We like to copy and paste, so make sure you put your info into the chat. And of course, if you want, all of y'all can go back and rewatch this show. And a lot of our poets have their names at the bottom of the screen. Also, I think I mentioned it, but I'm not sure. I'm going to mention it again in the back right here. In the cafe, I am projecting my screen so that all of you who are rocking out here on Zoom, your image and your voice is rocking out and it is being echoed and is being seen here in the brick and mortar at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I love what I do. I love what I do. Okay, next coming up is a name I forgot to highlight because this is going to be his first time rocking with the Monday Night Online Open Mic, and that is Gerardo. Gerardo, let the people, all right, first off, where you located? You ain't got to give us your full address, but where are you located, brother?
Come on over. I'll cook for all of y'all. Come on. No, I'm in Harlem.
Oh, in Harlem, you just north of
Harlem.
here. We about to go have a barbecue, a barbecue in the apartment because it is cold in New York. It is brick right now.
It is brick. It is pretty brick.
Gerardo, let the people know where they can find you online, and then you got 3 minutes to rock out. Welcome to Mondays.
Thanks. Well, you can find my book, Mind's Eye, through Amazon or ebooks on Apple. I'm going to read 2 poems for you today. Basically, the first one is about love and sex positivity, and the second one is about spiritual and self-love. This first one I call Sex Ed Fantasy Fest. He was an HIV negative brother from Wakanda, and he was a positive Demi-Rican from Krypton. Zero discordant superhero lovers getting their freak on. Intergalactic, romantic, pre-exposure, prophylaxis. Educated, desecrating the stigma. Alien, telepathic, cybersexing all weekend. Viral load undetectable equals untransmittable. That ass equals delectable. Futuristic, conceptual, non-judgmental sapiosexuals that eventually will fall in love. But tonight, it's all about responsible sex positive fun. She was a polyam cisgender Asian hep C pos femme fairy unicorn from Oz, and he was a transgender Arab sub-cub centaur from Narnia. She used to inhale that magic fairy pixie dust, did that 12-step trot to give it up. Now she's super sexy hot in her maintenance stage of recovery, whispered in his pointy ear, Stallion Daddy, I'm feeling a little horny. I want you to put your hooves on me. And he just couldn't get enough of her addictive, sweet, tasty stuff. Sophisticated, elated, cured with that Harvoni. Now they're raising 5 little horned Habibi vegan rainbow ponies, happily ever after in wonder harmony. My second one is called Upon Reflection. Upon reflection, I see brown butter, brown, brown, brown. I see caciques and Congo kings. I see medicine men and two-spirited kin guiding me. I see Arturo Schomburg. I see Pedro Aviso Campos. I see Celia Cruz. I see Orisha and Kessie and Zemi. I see brown butter, brown, brown, brown. Ibae Bayentonu. I pay homage to James Baldwin. Ibae Bayentonu. I pay homage to Nina Simone. Ibae Bayentonu. I pay homage to Frankie Knuckles. Ibae Bayentonu. I pay homage to Brother Malcolm. Ibae Bayentonu. I pay homage to Maya Angelou. Ibae Bayentonu. I pay homage to Mother Africa herself and all things beautifully black. My Ochun is dark-skinned and not a whitewashed mulatta. Libations. Upon reflection, I must also recognize that in another's eyes, they might see white, you are white, white, white. I must acknowledge the unsolicited privilege of passing, of not being looked over for promotion, of not being pulled over for a citation, of not being murdered by policemen on a day that they might perceive white, you're white, white, white.
Gerardo.
Ooh, I was fire. Unmute yourselves and give it up for my man.
Okay.
Okay. Some of the truth in there,
Because
brother.
now you got to
That
come
was
back every Monday, bro. Now you got to
Thank
come
you so
back
much. Come
every
on back.
Monday.
One of us.
Damn.
One of us.
G, you messed up. The people said you're one of us. So now every Monday you gotta come hang out with us. And then Tuesday we coming over to the crib because you cooking for everyone. Gerardo, make sure that you put your social media info in the chat so we know how to stalk you to get that good food and some more of that good poetry. Welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic, brother. You ripped it. You ripped it. Ooh, I love I think Christian put it best. Those descriptors, though. Ooh, fire. All of it. Both of them were fire. And there's some people who are loving this shirt, too. All right, I'm not a fashionista. Everyone knows that about me. I don't know about that stuff. But there are people in the community who know about it, and they loved it. My man, Gerardo. Awesome. I loved it. I loved it. Let's keep it moving. Next coming up is Claudia. And I believe this will be Claudia's either second time rocking with us on Mondays, but I do know Claudia be lurking in the background, showing love to everyone, checking out the Monday Night Online Open Mic. Claudia, it is a pleasure to see you. I hope your day has been going well so far. I hope you're enjoying the night. Let the people know where they can find you online, and it's your turn to rock, sis.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is my second time sharing. I appreciate being given the space tonight. You can find me online on Instagram at cap.writes. I'll also drop my link tree in the chat later. Today I'm going to be sharing 2 pieces. I'm going to bring the self-love vibes tonight. So I'm going to share 2 short pieces and I'll jump in. The first one is titled The Thing About Loneliness. The thing about loneliness is that it draws you to hopeless relationships. You don't find love in hopeless relationships. You find love immediately outside of hopeless relationships. When you see the value of solitude, when you feel butterflies in bed alone, when you realize that being alone is not being lonely, when you realize you were lonely because you didn't leave space for your self-love or for yourself, love. Your butterflies, may your butterflies fill the empty spaces. Thank you. The second one is a love note that I wrote to myself named Honey. Your favorite songs are reminders of where we once were. Writing you love notes was my favorite pastime. The fire in my chest may hide, but it never runs out. I hope to write you one more note, and perhaps you'll write one back. You have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. They are expressive, bright, and mysterious at once. You used to say your eyes are as dark as your soul, but we know the truth. You have the thickest skin in the room, protecting the softest heart. Your eyes are rich, like the brownies you love. They're honest, piercing, welcoming people to stay, but warning them that there is no turning back. Your eyes hold your stories and strength, and they're always spilling out bits of what's overflowing in your mind. Anyone who knows your eyes knows all the answers they seek. You're beautiful, you know, sweet, a little selfish, walking kintsugi. All the pieces of you are the pieces I wish to carry. All the pieces of you are the pieces I wish to care for. I wish to hold you like before. Just look me in my eyes, you'll see it, and I know you'll feel it too. I've been waiting for you in this mirror that you avoid. I'll never stop waiting, wishing. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and let's give some love.
Oh,
Now poetry.
Absolutely beautiful. So were you.
Very
No
beautiful.
words for it.
beautiful.
Make sure you go give Claudia a follow at cap.writes, as in writing. Awesome job, Claudia. And I also not only appreciate your poetry, but I appreciate the support that I've been seeing you give to the community at large. You got to make sure you come out to the New York Poets Cafe, the actual brick and mortar, but still come hang out with us online. Claudia at cap.writes. Go give her a follow. Woo, I love it. I love it. We having a good night. I'm enjoying myself. I hope y'all enjoying yourself. And we're going to keep it moving as now we bring Lauren Boberski to the stage. Lauren, I'm trying to unmute you. I hope I am saying your last name right. If not, correct me. Lauren, am I saying your last name right?
Yes, but can you see me? Hi. If you say my last name fast, it's basically correct. So just Boberski, and then it's the same. Thank you.
Boberski. Lauren Boberski.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is your first time rocking with us on the Monday Night Online Open Mic, right?
Yes, thank you for having me.
Where have you been? We've been doing this for 98 weeks in a row. Oh my God.
I'm thinking the same thing, but better late than never.
Yes. And Lauren, where are you located? We don't want the exact address, but where are you located?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn in the building. That means, you know what that means, Lauren? That means you're close enough to come to the New York Poets Cafe when we have events here. With that being said,
I'm really excited.
Awesome. Lauren, let the people, you see what we're doing. Let the people know where they can find you online first if you have any social media, and then we're ready for your poetry.
Okay.
Welcome to Mondays.
Thank you. So I don't have social media really, but I did just start an Instagram account for like haikus about dating. So I'll share that with everybody. And then that's kind of all I got. And I think I'm going to try to race through 4 poems. It might be like 3 minutes and like 20 seconds, if that's okay with everybody. Okay, thank you so much. I'm just going to breathe. Okay, so this one's called Lemonade. My dad died 15 years ago, and he still gets mail. Sometimes we leave it on the counter for a day or two. So when we see it for almost a second, we can live in the shadow of a life we won't have again. I went to high school with this boy, a man, I guess now, or then, because he died. He choked on a piece of food alone. All of the moments in this world added up to this, cruel and unforgiving and over. And I ruined just about everything just so I can complain. Life brings me lemons and I watch them rot, take sick pleasure in it even, then talk about how thirsty I am. This one is called Safety. Is it me dragging myself across the pavement? Sanguinary trauma, but the scrapes make a sickly, pretty pattern, and if I stop, I'll die. I don't even have to break the mirrors. I would, of course. Violence compounds, but plateaus eventually. What's another broken anything? I used to love baths until I started staying underwater too long. No, I don't keep knives in the house, but I don't keep bandages either. This one is called Sick. And being 16 is a beautiful disease, entitled possibility, eating potential like it's caviar. But I'm not even young, and I believe you love me, and I'll wait for it. Infect me with heartbreak because everything matters. Yes, there are drugs everywhere, but what if is my favorite? I can feel infinite just by virtue of being young, skinny with a smile, bright-eyed and so fucking stupid. No, I won't eat, but I'll drown in what you say. Ignorance is contagious. I don't know what song it is, but it's so loud I can be deaf to all the right things, avoid all the right questions, and blame my age while I can. Youth and my gross dependency, it'll absolve me of everything until it doesn't. And this whole time I've been sick all the same. And this one's called Permanent. It's my last one. And it's not that long, I don't think. My father is a feeling, a montage. That is what death does. It takes people solid on the ground and turns them into vignettes. Your 5 senses working their damned hardest on the verge of shattering from the pressure to perform and to piece together a person. But I need to wake up every day, breathe and such, do the mundane that I'm told will create the illusion of a real life. And it floats away, like all memories, I guess. But this one matters more. This is someone that I love. And we all think we are the ones that are going to get the life with the least pain, at least at first, until the time when life or love breaks you in half. So I settle for flashbulb memories. Flashback is the theatrical term. An image already running away from you, or an acute feeling, heart reverberations. Resigned to a life of temporary partial appearances by a person you thought was permanent. Always out of breath, chasing shadows. Thank you.
And she did it in under 3 minutes. Give it up for Lauren Babersky.
Lauren, welcome, Lauren. Great work.
Yes.
You hear the people screaming, you messed up too, Brooklyn. Yo, Brooklyn, you messed up. You're going to have to be here every Monday hanging out with us. Lauren Babersky, she got some haikus on her social media. She just started. Make sure that you put it in the chat so people can follow you and hound you, and make sure you come hang out with us and become a mainstay of this community. That was awesome. In 2 minutes and 50 seconds. That was awesome. We got it in under 3 minutes. Awesome. You saw that? She's like, what up, Brooklyn in the house? I love it. I love it. All right, let's continue. I can't see Kate Flanders. I think it's pronounced Flanders. So Kate, if you're here, hit me up, because me and my assistant producer, Ron, cannot find you online. But right now, we go into the man whose behavior we like to encourage, and that is my brother, propaganda poet, who will be here in the brick and mortar of the legendary cafe on March 19th when we do 2 venues, 1 mic, which is one of our open mics that we do with other venues across the world. We're going to be rocking out with Tokyo, Japan. Half of the open mic will be performing here in the cafe, and it will be projected into a cafe in Tokyo. And then the people in Tokyo who are performing are going to be projected onto the big screen behind me. Propaganda poet, let the people know they can find you online, and you got 3 minutes to shut it down, brother. Good to see you.
Man, wow. Thank you, sir. I can't believe I'm going to be there. Please help me finance my trip. All my stuff is digital now. You can get it at that link. It's all right there. So I know you usually encourage my behavior, but tonight might be like the, man, who the fuck invited this guy to the party night? So here we go. I know it's Valentine's Day, so VD, y'all, spread the love. So I'm going to start with a Halloween love poem. Trick or treat, you're so sweet, but I got diabetes. You see, loving you is like eating deep fried Twinkies, slowly hardening my arteries and seizing my heart. And now a micro. That one night, we should have just fucked, but we made love. Fuck. Okay, now an actual poem. Here we go. Check and mate. Love is a game strategically played. Your thoughts and emotions openly splayed. But once you give ground, you may lose all you found. Cautiously, else you may become self-betrayed. Man, fuck these eggshells. I'm walking barefoot on broken glass every time we pass in the night, and daily I prepare myself for yet another heart attack, because every day you attack my heart and start this vicious cycle clawing away at itself again. And remember way back when we swore that we'd always be friends, and now we're just trying to pretend that we ain't just falling for the fallout. Residual stranglehold grip over the entire situation, perpetual manipulation like a blanket of night, extinguishing the light, turning our tunnel of love into just another blackout. Man, there are as many sides to this story as there are definitions of commitment and honesty. So honestly, heartbreak is just a fool's disease. It is with great ease that we fall for this fallacy instead of facing the reality that love is about growing and knowing. Things that start fast, live fast, die fast, but we just can't get past the myth that it happens each and every day. And it's always there, just within our grasp, if we could only find a way. But they also say that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, the way I see it, this is all just a crock of shit. Because if we really take a good hard look at this, then we'll see that we actually create our own fantasies. And this road is actually paved with our own selfish needs to feed ourselves. Thusly, we create our own personal hells. So fuck the eggshells. I gotta face the facts that pretty soon this is all just gonna be in the past, and all these painful memories and self-medicating remedies will just serve to remind me that it's the scars, not the pain, that lasts. And even though you fractured my needs and brought me down to my knees, all I can think of to say is please, please don't leave. My marrow is haunted. Your ghost lives in my bones.
Unmute yourselves and give this man some energy. Propaganda poet.
Hey,
That was
so next level. Next level prop.
Propaganda poet, make sure that y'all give him a follow. He also be hosting his own show on IG Live. Go give that dude a follow. Prop, make sure you put your info in the chat so the people could know what I'm talking about and give you a follow, man. I am excited to see you in March. I'm excited about that. Woo! This man's energy in the cafe, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's keep it moving. We are on good time. Hopefully we get some people on the open mic on the waiting list. Now we are going to Kate. Let me unmute her, Kate Flanders. I hope I'm saying your last name right, and I think you changed your name. That's why we missed you. Kate, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, and you said it perfect.
Awesome, awesome, Kate. Now, this is your first time on the Monday Night Online open mic, correct?
Yes, it is.
And where are you located?
Manhattan, on the west side.
You close. You close. You better make sure that you come and you visit us and hang out with us in the brick and mortar of the cafe. So you see what the people are doing. You first let us know what your social media handles are, if you have any, and if you want us to harass you about coming and hanging out with the community. And then after that, you got 3 minutes to rock it. Welcome to Mondays.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Hey, everyone. So I don't use social media too often, but my handle is Sweetwater_flows. So I used to do a lot of open mics, and my poetry name was Sweetwater. It's a name that was given to me by my mother. All right, here we go. I'm sitting at home and I feel alone. Whole new life could feel so cold. When I touch the glass on my window pane, I see the lovebirds and they bring me pain. You know you don't need a man to make your life worthwhile. That's what a friend said to me, and she made me smile. But this emptiness inside makes me lose my mind. When I'm sitting at home, I begin to sulk and cry. As my tears flow down like a river, I sigh, thinking of the times he looked straight into my eyes, shared sweet sentiments. I became hypnotized, overlooked the red flags that led to our demise, because this was the same man that made me tired, brought me headaches and heartaches just one too many times. It took me a while, I was slow to realize how masked insecurities can linger and hide like blood-sucking parasites. They want to survive. They will use you and consume you just to keep themselves alive. They're so dangerously infectious, pretentious, reckless, break down your intuition, leave you feeling so defenseless. I guess this may be my way of reminiscing, thinking how could I have stayed when I heard the bomb ticking? Should have listened, but instead I kept trying to fix it, convincing myself that I loved him, but I didn't, so I had to make a choice. It was hard, I could admit it. I chose myself, and to this day I don't regret it. I accepted that we can't make each other happy, so it's best to move on, and hopefully I learned my lesson. See, now when I'm sitting here at home all alone, I remind myself, it's better to be alone and feel alone than to feel alone and be with someone who can't love you the way you deserve to be loved. Thank you.
Beautiful, Kate.
Give Kate some love, y'all. Unmute yourselves, give us some love.
That's how you
Beautiful
come through and
boy.
bring that
Come back,
fire.
please.
That's how you come
Amazing.
through and bring
Be
it.
one of us. Be one of
Come
us.
through.
Amazing.
Cause now your
Manhattan. I West Side, you're gonna have to come back to People Spoke. That's it. And you already gave us your social media handle, so we know where to go get you if you're not coming back. Kate Flanders, make sure that you go and you give her a follow and you drag her back into this community and the Monday night online open mic and the Thursday night online open mic and the hybrid that we have here. Make sure you go get her. Kate Flanders, a wonderful introduction. Welcome to Mondays. Woo! Sweet voice, sweet rhythm. I love it. I love it. We having a good night tonight. It's a good Valentine's. All right, let us continue. Now that we've heard some great singing, we are now going to get to the sung hero of this community, the man whose birthday it was 2 days ago, and we sung him happy birthday at the hybrid open mic, our assistant producer, Mr. Ron Mark Thompson. I don't even have to try to get him to unmute. He got the power to unmute himself. Ron, unmute yourself and say hello to the people. Let them know what you got going on. Tell them where they can find you online. And it's your time to kick it, brother. Thank you for all you do, Ron.
And thank you for letting me help you. It's such a pleasure. Yes, you tricked me on Saturday. Thank you for everyone who came out in person on Zoom Saturday hybrid. Thank you so much for the beautiful card that I got. I haven't gotten a chance yet to thank everyone, but everyone who put a note in it, I really, really appreciate everyone. That was so beautiful. Remember, next hybrid is March 5th, which is 3 weeks from now. Please come out if you can make it. Thank you, Advocate. I want to give you a big kudos because it is Valentine's Day. You wanted to be with your girlfriend so badly. You would have made that big jump over that ocean, but you decided, no, you're going to be here with the community, rocking out as every Monday. Shout out to Mariella Salazar, creator and executive producer of 2 venues, 1 mic. Advocate already mentioned it. Happy Valentine's Day to both of you. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone here. I'm so glad you guys are here. So I have a very short poem, so give me just a second here. I am Ron Mark Thompson. On Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my organization, Bronx Art and Fun Hub. I also put that in the chat. I also host bi-weekly workshops at the Wordz Right. Also, I keep getting guest hosting gigs. I will be guest hosting BWOM's open mic next Monday on President's Day. And this Thursday, I'll be guest hosting Fincapulary on Thursday evening. The theme is spread kindness. Don't ask me why I always get these themes. I don't know where those smileys come from. They are just inundating my apartment. Maybe I like to spread kindness. I don't know. And on that note, I did try to spread some kindness yesterday. I featured at FUMFA Romance Night, Brian Franco, Terry Rose Jurtson, Midnight, they were also there. I just put the link in the chat. You can watch the video. I'm going to read you the last poem that I wrote and read there yesterday. And I call it Happy Valentine's Day. And it is in the spirit of Claudia and a few others here. It's for this, for the single people. There's nothing wrong with Valentine's Day. Hey, we're here together. So this is my Happy Valentine's Day. Don't let pressure give into your single life and fun. Even if it's snowy or cold, remember you can be your own sun. Enjoy the day, enjoy your home, enjoy the evening. Don't wait for someone to knock, don't wait for a lover or a fling. Don't be sad if no one serenades you. Just serenade yourself. Stop being blue. Play your own song. Play those strings hard. Remember, in your deck, you are in charge of your card. Pour yourself a glass of the finest wine or champagne. Your home is your own kingdom. It is your terrain. And if you're brave and not afraid to add a bit sugar to your night, buy your own box of chocolate. Eat it. Don't be so uptight. Some couples probably celebrate Valentine's Day because they are jealous and secretly want to be single. They wish they could party more, be free, and look and touch and mingle. Valentine's should also not be restrained to one day of the year and one bouquet of flowers. In my opinion, Valentine's could last 365 days a year, full of showers. Hey, if my poem may be a bit silly, so what? I hope I made you smile. I want you to be happy. I want you to succeed. It is my style. I'm gonna end my poem as I do on most many nights. Enjoy the day, enjoy the week, and please feel extra shiny and bright. The end.
Unmute yourselves and give us some heroes some love.
I love Rome. I love Rome.
Our sung hero, Ron Mark Thompson. Make sure you go give him a follow. Make sure you check out his organization, Bronx Art and Fun Hub, right? I said, did I get it right? I'm dyslexic, so sometimes I mix it up. Bronx Art and Fun Hub, BXAFH on Instagram. Go give that dude a follow. He's the assistant producer of the Monday Night Online Open Mic, assistant producer with the Hybrid, and assistant producer at 2 venues, 1 mic, which is executive produced by the most beautiful woman in the world, my girlfriend, Mariela Salazar. That's who he was shouting out earlier, who's looking good in red tonight. And I am in trouble because right now I'm hosting this open mic instead of trying to swim across the Atlantic Ocean. Go be with her right now. But we have a great poet up next, so we're going to keep it moving. And that is Jessica Diaz. This is going to be her second time rocking with us. I just unmuted her. She killed it the last time that she was with us. X in the building. Sis, let the people know where they can find you online, and you got 3 minutes to set it ablaze. Good to see you.
You hearing me okay? You hearing my audio? Can you hear me? All right.
It's just a little low.
Is it better now?
Oh, loud and clear. We hear
loud
you.
and clear. Okay. All right. I'm so happy to be here. I had to be here for Valentine's Day. I was like, single ladies, let's make sure we hock up on the full self-love and all of that good stuff. And this piece is just, when you remind yourself about your awesomeness. It's called Regrets. Indecipherable, but it's supposed to be. Heart palpitations still when you're next to me. Trying to run, but your feet must be on me backwards though, because you always return to facing me. Place to be in between these knees. I don't know who's getting off more when you're pleasing me, teasing me, admitting that you stay missing me. Nickname me Waldo, because you stay searching for me, yearning for me, staring hard, scouring in the crowd, looking for me, never realizing how right I wasn't being when I'd say there was only one me. Should have believed me. No need to lie, especially to the one where my heart beat. Mix the salty and the sweet. Laffy taffy memories of what our life together used to be, could have be, knowing you royally fucked up. Now you're trying to get back to your destiny. Mind running on she. Sound sensibility was lacking in your brain chemistry. Ever thinking you'd find more than the best of me? Cherry lips popping, curves banging, body wonderlanding, paired with the matching intellectuals, dropping knowledge, intelligence dispensary. Eye conversations, sharing world histories, insane sexual chemistry, catching flights to arrive at even deeper feelings, diving willingly into my ocean of milk and honey, loving life and growing within it, thick and thin of it. I was totally in it back then. Indecipherable, not comprehending this ending of the love strings being plucked, heart getting unstuck. How am I not waiting anymore? No Three's Company, no need to knock on my door. Fuck living in this daydream, it's over now. Crystal in this intuition. This woman's work is only to soar to new heights, tunnel vision, clear with precision. Got your feelings shaken and stirred. How can I no longer be stressing if you texting? Easy, because my life encompasses happy beyond our we. I found a peace in me that is more profound, mattering more than if I happen to have your peace in me, satisfying my own libido. Oops, I Can't help it, I'm pulling her own tweets on me. Your turn to accept that your presence ain't worth my periphery. Commitment to my contentment is my only necessity. Acknowledge my inherent multiplicity. I just need all the women in me, thriving in the suburbs of joy, at the intersection of independence and excellence, forever effervescent, even shocking myself with how fly I be, how far I can see my life going without the burden of you secretly hating on me. Got no worries in relation to you or any Prince Charmings. The luxury of time lies confidently in my broken clock. No societally stapled, not societally stapled to anyone's nuclear thoughts. I'm birthing the next generation every time I talk, birthing seeds every time I scribe my thoughts. So much more amazing than you thought back then. Thank you.
You just sound to give some energy to the
Yes.
Amazing.
My God.
My Lord.
Wow.
Jessica Diaz, make sure that you go give her a follow. J Boogie 193. Woo, first time she was with us, she ripped it. Second time, she ripped it even more. My home borough in the building, the Bronx. I love it. Jessica Diaz, make sure that y'all go and give her a follow. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it grooving. Next up is Jennifer Nusi. I hope I'm saying your last name right. Am I?
It's Nuesi. Don't worry.
Nuesi, Jennifer Nuesi, and this is your second time with us, and I believe you out in Strong Island, correct?
No, originally from Brooklyn, but now I live in a little tiny town in Florida, like Southwest Florida.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm in the
booty. But I do remember though that you've only rocked with us once before and you ripped it that last time. I do remember that. And I do remember, I don't know if it was your niece or your daughter who was in the background playing or doing something when you was rocking it. I do remember that. All right. So you know the deal, Jennifer. Let the people know they can find you online, Pen to the People, and then we ready for your fire, sis. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. So you can find me on Instagram, Pen of the People, also my website. I'll put the link at the end. Just gonna be reading from my book. I have 2 pieces for you guys tonight, so I hope you enjoy. Mean face, mean says, mean did, mean does. Mean enough am I? They'll talk on the streets. Mean enough to grave you where you stand. Mean enough to take you back between the land before time. Mean enough to have you spit teeth out at me to spite your face. Mean enough to make you fidget splinters on mortar bricks. I'm mean, they say. I'm mean, people say. Mean through the bone and out the mouth. Mean where there's no doubt when my snout comes out. I'm so mean, they say. She's alone, they say. Mean keeps the lonely, they say and say and say. But silent voices hold how mean I really am. Mean enough to let you stay. Mean enough to let you take. Mean enough that I curse myself out for you to stand out. Mean enough where I put you first and second and third. Mean enough to give me no place in a race of wits. I'm mean, that's right, that's true and right. I'm only mean in theory, and there's a grim face to that. There will always be that guy to lie and steal the time from me, rather than being truthfully plain, because the lies lie coolly inside my bed. Restful sleep comes with the dark. So yes, I mean mug and I'm slick-tongued because I'm fed up with the mess, having to deal with the stress, the sickening pitfalls of the stomach, where I got caught in the web of the games you played. So that's my first one. And thank you. And I got one more for you guys. This skin of canela and miel and agua makes this canvas of tropical flavors melt in your mouth, but not in your hand. These vivacious curves and words and verbs take you on a magic carpet ride across a drenched oasis. These digits, these Twitter fingers and social butterflies will make you tremble against the odds stacked back to back on a girl like me. I'm the anomaly, the disorderly, the unquiet, the unruly queen of the geeks and freaks and all kinds of types that go bump in the night. This rude girl with a rump and a hump that swerves around and gives those tired pillars a thump to come back to that back, that curvaceous back that jumps out at you, attacks you, entrances you with a rhythmic sway of hips, thighs, and chocolate eyes, with nappy sheets of hair that cover this enlarged mind of mine that keeps men like you in check and digress, to slurring and slurping semi-words to somehow convey a thought of attention and affection. But amorcito, that camp in your pants got your body intense intention without discretion. You grab at my lap to get this feminine inception, but baby, read between these lined lips. You do not get to pet this cat with just a tap. Thank you.
Oh, mute yourselves and give it up for Jennifer Newesi.
So incredibly beautiful, and your
True.
words are so amazing. I
So
love
many
your poetry.
quotables.
Dope. All the way dope.
Beautiful
I love
stuff,
it.
All the
girl.
way dope.
And that voice.
That voice.
Been one of
yeah.
Been one of us, I heard. When La Tormenta says that, you know it is. Shout out to Amanda. Make sure you go give Jennifer a follow. Pen of the people. They love the words. They love her voice. Jennifer, don't be a stranger now. I mean, if you are mommy duties, you got to do that. But that's why you got to have a strict bedtime for the kids so that you can come hang with us. All right? Go give her a follow on Instagram, Pen of the People. And one of the people who's giving Jennifer a lot of love and yelling out loud is our next poet. And she is all kinds of awesome. I mentioned Nomadic Press before. She is down with Nomadic Press, but she is also down with us and one of us. And that is Haley Veet. I'm trying to unmute you, Haley. I'm trying to unmute you. There we go. There we go. Let the people know where they can follow her online. Her Zoom is right there. And then we're ready for your fire, sis. It is a pleasure to always have you on.
Hi, guys. Okay, so I got a poem for my fiance, and I love him, and I've been trying to write a poem for him for 10 years, and this is it. I don't know if I'll ever top it, but I gotta say, for a Valentine's Day, I love being here, and y'all are my Valentines. So thank you so much for making me a part of the family and always making me welcome, because I love being here. So this one's for my fiance. He's never heard it. He heard like early versions when I was bad at poetry and I was like, I don't know, 20 years old. And it's a joke now because I've been writing this love poem for 10 years and he won't hear it till our wedding day. So I made him leave, but you guys get to hear it first. So this is called An Ode to Our Compatible Horoscopes. For years, I have woken up halfway just to hear you say my name in your sleep. Afterwards, I feel our mattress slip from the edge of the world to float through the years where memory lives. As we drift, I trace the solar system spread across your freckled shoulder scars, how they blink against the smooth, uncharted light years of skin stretching beneath the maps of my palms. Finding you young has not stopped blame from slithering around my middle, how it remembers every crystal ball and astronomer and palm reader I walked past without asking the right questions, without asking for your birthday or the coordinates of your favorite place, or if the first letter of your name has in fact been buried this whole time in the lines of these hands that touch you now. I thought the distance traveled would tell the universe that I had earned you, because all anyone had said when they talked of finding the pieces of you in someone else was that it would feel like a flinching neon sign finding a steady current. How it would arrive when I least expected it, that only when I was sure of all the shadows I could snuff out on my own would I find you there, camouflaged amongst the electricity. In the morning's half-swallowed light, I wake up before you to catalog your watch on the nightstand and your favorite pillow between your knees as evidence that you are already here and have been for some time. The truth is that you have breathed beside me for so long, I don't think I could recognize the sound of living without you. And someday, When we are laid beneath this velvet land, the soil will know to part for me and all my rooted fingertips, slipping between the clay and earth to hold your hand. Thank you, everybody.
Unmute yourselves and give this woman some love.
Amazing.
I do.
That was so beautiful.
That was incredible.
Beautiful.
Life.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Haley V, make sure you go give her a follow at Poetry by Haley, a mainstay here in the Monday Night Online Open Mic. She is all kinds of awesome, and it's crazy though that that she has a fiance and is getting married, because she got a bunch of poetry wives out here, and they're all here in the Zoom chat and they're giving love and some. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Like, free love, let it be, let it be. Poetry by Haley, go give her a follow, Haley V. Woo! I'm enjoying tonight. Let's keep it moving. Now we've got, coming back, we haven't heard from her in a while. I don't know where she's been, family, but she needs to be coming back more often. As Aldenary Torres. Yo, where you been, sis? I hope all is well with you. We have missed you. Let the good people know where they can find you online, so that when you go missing again, they can go harass you and drag you back to the Monday Night Online Open Mic. And then after you tell us where we can find you online, let's hear that fire. It's good to see you.
Can you hear me clearly?
You're good to go. Yes, we can. We can.
Okay, good. So you can find me on Instagram under Miss_A_T. So I was going to read a Valentine's Day poem, but someone pissed me off on the train, so you guys are going to hear me ranting a little bit. So this is old shit, but I revised it a little bit. So he was being racist, let's just say that. Okay. What are you mixed with? You can't be only black. First and foremost, I am black. Yo soy a black phenomenal woman. I am Puertorriqueña, Dominicana y Haitiana. I am bilingual and biracial, and yes, I am 100% fucking proud of it. Por mis venas corre la sangre negra. En ese sentido, estamos unidos. I am here to say, no, I am not some type of Spanish Afro-Latina. I identify as that. What is the beef between Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans and Haitians with the Dominicans? Look, my friends, whatever you want to call it, mi gente, mi pana, nosotros necesitamos estar unidos, los estados, países blancos y negros. Somos latinos y taínos, por nuestras venas somos uno y solo. Mi gente, dime algo, ¿me entienden? Let's squash the beef between different identities, racial backgrounds, because to be honest, we are fucking sick of it. I know I'm not the only one. Let's be honest. Let's talk facts. Honestly, I'm not with that shit. Simply stop the motherfucking hatred. We must be united. We shall not be blinded. Come on, my people. I beg you, stop. Just fucking stop it. Thank you.
Way to go up.
But don't stop giving the love, and let's give some love to Aldenary right now, y'all.
Hey, beautiful black shit. Spit that beautiful black shit. Yeah.
Aldenary, go put your info into the chat so that the good people can give you a follow and give you the love to balance out the difficult day you had today. I am glad you made it here with us. I'm glad you shared your poetry. The only issue is that, yo, don't be disappearing on us, all right? Don't be disappearing on us. I hope all is well, sis. It was a pleasure to see you. Aldenary Torres, she's gonna put her info into the chat, and then y'all better go and give her a follow. So, Just Joy was supposed to be next, But Ron told me that she just bounced. I don't know what happened with her. So right before we go to the waiting list, because Ron had put me on blast and whatnot, how I am here with y'all instead of trying to be with my lady. What I am going to do is I'm going to do something that I rarely do. And I am going to share a poem that I wrote for my lady. It is not going to be very long, but then we're going to get back into the poetry. So I do ask that after I do this, now when I ask you to unmute, you give my lady a lot of love. Y'all already give me a lot of love, but when I unmute, I need y'all to help me make up for the fact that I am not there by her side at the moment. I need y'all to shower her with a lot of love. So here we go. It is not your harp of a voice that dulls my defenses. It is not the spark of a comet in your eyes. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta start again. Sorry, I don't know what just happened here with my computer. All right, here we go. It is not your harp of a voice that dulls my defenses. It is not the spark of a comet in your eyes. It is not about how my gaze gets entangled in your hair. It is not about how the thought of kissing you made me break my rules. It is not the silent bravery hidden beneath your canvas that is built to break and not hang on walls. It is not your cheesy smile, nor your sexy smirk, nor your galvanizing grin. It is not your alchemy of an accent, nor is it the nomadic beast of your intellect. It is not how you refuse to yield to swords, nor it be your willingness to melt for a pen. It is not the continent of resilience you govern within, nor the adventure of watching shampoo suds slipping down, tracing over my favorite parts of your skin. It is not about the home I found for my perversion. It is not the care and attention to detail you put in every embrace. It is not what it isn't. It is how I can blindly reach my arm out behind me in the dark, knowing that you'll catch my hand. I love you, baby. Now unmute yourselves and give it up for my lady Mario.
And that's what the fuck I'm talking about, advocate. Yo, this is the shit. Advocate of love. What? Cats from the Bronx, and he loves Mariella.
Got tears in
Wow. Beautiful advocate.
I appreciate y'all giving all that love. I think we just made up for it a little bit. Maybe I get to be out of the doghouse right now. Love you, baby. I hope you appreciated it. I appreciate you, community, for having my back right now. So let us get back into the waiting list so that we can rock out and hear some more poetry. I love this community so much. Thank y'all. All right. So I know that Just Joy isn't here, so let's get into that waiting list. And now we've got... I hope I'm saying it. Is it McCall McKay? I did see McCall here. Let's see if we could get him unmuted. Where is McCall?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
There we go. I'm hearing him. I don't. Oh, I see him now. So is this your? I've seen your name before, brother, but have you rocked out with us before? It's your first time.
It's my first time in the Monday night open mic, but I have performed at New Eurekan. In the cafe, I have performed live. I'm waiting for New Eurekan to, go back to the open events that I could be in there and I could perform again. That was a great time.
We open again. All right, brother. So you see what the people are doing. You share where you can find you online, and you got 3 minutes to rip it. I'm ready for you. I'm ready.
I am Michelangelo on all platforms, IG, Twitter, and I got 2 poems from y'all. First one is very short. It's called You, My Heartbreaker. You, my heartbreaker. You, the person causing my anguish. You, my devil governing my personal hell. Question, didn't know it was a sin to love. How is it that I'm troubled when you created my love to sin? The sin that originated from loving you. You are the serpent that tempted me with forbidden fruit. The longer my teeth bit on, the sweetest was the juice. The sin brought me a short profit with consequences direly in pursuit. Loving a person who cannot love, it was my love that put my heart into pieces of 2. love that was for you, my heartbreaker. And that was my first one. My second one is called These Words We Say. I'm in the process of finding new ways to say what I mean, because I can never mean what I say when my words don't match the magnitude of how I truly feel. These declarations that come out of my mouth don't display the true feelings of my heart. These words are not proportionate to the emotions they're supposed to portray. See, I love you, but I want to say I love you in more than 3 words, because 3 is not comparable to enough. And I want to be above average when it comes to you. Averaging my love for you to a digit numbers can't do justice to. See, I can say that my love quantifies to the millions, which creates a billion more connecting heartstrings that inspires a trillion more love poems. But those words can never compare to the thrill. You are indescribable, causing my love to be infinite, if you will. But measured in what? Affection shared, time spent, a word said to you. If the latest is true, then I want to write a whole book for you to describe in grandiose words how much you mean to me, how you illuminate a proper man in me, how you walk so elegantly, not cowardly, to the daily challenge of life. You're beautiful, but I'm trying to use words I haven't used before, because I want everything new on you. I want you draped in a talented wordsmith's talents. I want your description to tell everybody that they can't be as gallant as you. These words are supposed to empower you, but you give power to these words, putting my dictionary to shame. Because ever since I met you, I never looked at the definition of perfect the same. You are the reason I'm becoming a better poet. You make me want to write every day, to find new words, to come up on stage and play an acoustic song that reveals you are above all these words we say. Thank you.
Michael.
Unmute
beautiful.
yourselves and give it up for Mr. McKay.
Yeah. Get him.
Dictionary
One of us again.
One of us.
One of us.
Yes.
The people have spoken, brother. You one of us. You're gonna have to come back next week and the week after and the week after. Mikhail McKay. Also, brother, the brick and mortar's open again. We got events going on. So make sure that you check out nuyorican.org. You click on full events calendar and you will see that our shows and our calendar is gonna start to get slowly more filled and filled. Got a bunch of different open mics coming on. But right now, go give him a follow. I am Michelangelo. Give that dude a follow. All right, let's keep it moving. James Seaton is next. I know James is here. I've been seeing him giving love to people. There he is. I'm loving the flat top, brother. I'm loving it. Let the people know where they can find you online. The name is right there at the bottom, y'all. And then let's get into, wait, James, I've seen your name before, but this is your first time rocking out with us, correct?
First time rocking out, yeah.
Dope, man. Where you located?
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, yo. So just like Michael, you could get here. You could come to the cafe too. All right, get into it, brother. Let us know audibly where the people can find you online, because I know we see your name on the bottom, and you got 3 minutes to rock out.
Cool. You can find me on IG. You can search James Seaton Poet or at intro SP3. I'm a new author. This book, Light Pollution. Really proud of it. It's my debut book, and so excited to be rocking with y'all. I'm going to share a poem from my book called Jasmine Intelligence. It's a bit old school. I hope you like it. She's so slick, sour, words roll off of her skin like lotioned arrows. The eyes of men devour her body devours their eyes with jazzy control. Sashayed hips push the saxophone to utter its notes. The drums tit-tat. The people just can't stay in their seats no more. Bests come correct with more than 40-ounce bottles of cheap liquor. Cheap suits and ties have insides, threads that ain't outgrown they needles. Steps of black and leather are what her heart beats to. They just can't shock what's already electrified. They can't touch her unless they soul can fly. They just don't possess that black magic. She pulls on passersby, and yet he walks in. His chest with laser-like vision aimed at her breasts. She glances at her book of spells and finds none to match that vibration he sends across the hardwood. He waves his purple and red bottle around kite-like, majestic, centered on her gaze. A Cabernet Sauvignon is no drink for a slave. He slithers through the crowd on his lightweight feet, his torso adapting to that piano's swift keys. She knows her reign is over. The men get off their knees, the dust and sweat from their deserted mouths falls on her Christian Louboutin. She bends down to wipe off the remembrance and rises to catch him standing there. The one that elegant club was waiting for. He wastes no time in grabbing her hand and touching his thigh to hers, creeping out of that low-cut dress. The music, the saxophone, the snare, the ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, the flute, the bass, they all flow in rhythm, mimicking that agile samba with its force and softness and fluidity. Only God knew when that spirit echoing through the room would end. Everything moving, glasses of champagne swiped from the bartender's hands, bow ties and glamour glittered with the sound of laughter. The club kept moving, but hidden in that perfect circle of bodies, Jasmine and Jasper fell silent, her nose brushing against his, red lipstick touching experienced cheekbones. She whispers into his ears, "Come home with me, baby." Thank you.
Ooh, unmute yourselves and give James some love. Yeah.
That was so
Oh,
dope.
now every Monday you got your ass got to be here.
You heard it. My man Elemental said it, and he's a mainstay member, so you gotta come here. James Seaton, find him online at Intro SP, the number 3. Make sure you give him a follow. Yo, awesome introduction to the community, brother. I hope to have you back soon. James Seaton, y'all. All right, let's keep it moving. I want to try to get to everyone who is waiting on the waiting list. Next up is Rebel Poet Hakeem Coriano. I'm trying to unmute him. And if I'm not mistaken, you rocked with us like about last month, right? This is your second time with us, right?
Yeah, it's my second time.
And you murdered it too, man. I'm glad
thank
that you was back. Let the people know where they can find you online, and the floor is yours, brother.
Rebel Poet NYC on all social media. This is for the enamorados, cortavenas, sucker for love, ass. Everybody here. I'ma stay on theme. So you know me, I'm always like staring at the silhouette of her modesty through her prism of my vision of honesty. Her beauty is honestly light years beyond any descriptive word that I can say. She's outspoken like Aja Monet. She came to me when I was broken and helped me put back the pieces like pieces to a puzzle of a man whose life had not yet begun. Yo, she said I was a son. And when we kissed on her doorsteps, we made solar flares. Now this is rare. Cause I usually don't fall like this. Like Rebel don't kiss and tell. So I guess that I must be under her spell, entranced by our transcendental conversations revamped, by our constant meditations, affirmations of heavenly bliss. I am breathing in consciousness, smelling the many fragrances of this constant blooming rose. I stand exposed, clothed only by her nature. So naturally her nurturing nullifies my nothingness, making me whole. I hold her hands while we dance by the seashore, luminous glow reflecting off the ocean, singing songs of devotion. I listen to her heart splatter into mine with each motion, eroding every notion of time and space. We use time to design our space with cosmic dust from stars that expand and burst into particles of love, like she is love and gives love, not for the sake of loving, but for the sake of giving. She gives an array of emotion, making life worth living. I live basking in the spectrum of her candid colors, touching her coded corners, deciphering her hieroglyphic skin, enchanting the cherubims, guarding the ark within. She opens her covenant to let me in. I embrace her, taste her forbidden fruit, marble at the structure of her body like nobody has ever. I want to paint her forever with my fingertips, dipped fingertips, lick and luminous, luminescence. In her presence, I sense the essence of creation, the celebration of the senses when we merge metaphysically, so relentless our exchange of synergy, transforming every ounce of energy into universal jazz. She is poetry, and I love her as she is.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for our King Rebel Poet, y'all.
Universal jazz shit.
All right. We can all go home now.
Yeah, you fucked up too. Yeah, your Mondays are fucked now on.
We can all go home now.
I'm
back. Find you, man. You better come back here. Hakeem, Rebel Poet. Make sure you go give that dude a follow. The fire. All right, let's keep it moving. I want to get to everyone else on the waiting list. Next up is Michelle Ortiz. And I actually think this is going to be Michelle's first time with us. Is it, Michelle? It's your first time?
It's my first time in the Monday one. I used to go to the Thursday one.
Okay, because I was like, wait, you seem familiar, but I don't remember if you rocked on Mondays, but I think I've seen you rock. I think I was there when I saw you rock on the Thursday nights. All right, cool. So let the people know where they can follow you online. You see what we doing. You let them know they can follow you online if you got social media handles, and you got 3 minutes to rock, sis. Welcome to Mondays.
Thank you. So I don't really have social media right now, but I'll be here. So hope, So I have like 4 very short ones. So I'll just start. Sometimes I wish I could take a train to Puerto Rico, mi isla bonita. Sabor a quenepa dulce y china fresca, una tierra fértil que siempre me llama casa. Mi titi Paquita loves like an open book. She carries her soul on her back and her scars on her chest. She is an encyclopedia of memory. All the things I fear so greatly to forget, she so effortlessly grips and holds near. And Titi Paquita, she talks about death the way she talks about throwing dice, knowing that at some point they'll stop rolling and the sum total of your losses will be final. The next one, where'd it go? Oh, the pain just means que estás viva. The calambre in your fingers just means your body is breathing. I am here, I am present, I am warrior, I am healer. I am the fuego that nobody ever knows what to do with. I am tsunami and harsh desert sun, never questioning the destruction I sow, but basking in the brilliance. Next one, this river of forgiveness my mother has bathed herself in so often feels like sandpaper, rubbing my skin raw, stripping it of all its defenses. I so badly want to know how she and time became companions, want so badly to wrap myself around all the truths she has so easily befriended. And then the last one, discover with me a language made of flowers. Teach me how to climb treetops and make hammocks made of the starlight in your gaze. An eastbound wind tiptoeing its way across my skin, carrying whispers of all I have yet to speak into existence. That's it. Thank you.
Yo,
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Michelle Ortiz,
One of us.
So
good.
Wow.
One of us.
You could say whatever in a language made of
Yes.
flowers. It don't really goddamn matter. Yes. Dope.
Awesome.
I'm loving the love tonight, and I'm loving the poetry. Michelle Ortiz, yo, she don't got any, she's not on social media, but she's told us, you heard it, and it's recorded, gonna be on Facebook and YouTube. She's coming back here, and I hope she comes back on Thursday night as well. Michelle Ortiz, awesome, and the people in the chat are also saying you one of us, so don't go nowhere. Just because you don't got social media doesn't mean that we ain't gonna try to look for you to drag you back to the community. Michelle Ortiz, that's what's up. All right, I got one more poet who is on the waiting list that is actually here, and that is my man, Kayvon, the poet. After Kayvon, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna let y'all lovebirds get to your own thing. Kayvon, it is a pleasure to see you as always, brother. Thank you for coming out this weekend and supporting Hybrid. Kayvon actually got to rock at Hybrid back in January. He brought his family. It was a family affair. I love that. Kay, let the people know they can find you online, and then let's hear your poetry.
It's good to see you too. You can follow me on Instagram at Kalon the Poet, and my poem is called My Valentine. It's like you have my emotions in the palm of your hand. You make me feel like my hourglass will never run out of sand. It's comforting to go from being romantically involved to become equally evolved. Let's create a bond that won't ever sever. It's either now or never. I hope that you give me a chance to be put in a trance of your aura. A future with you is what I'm sure of. I believe that our chemistry is a sign. Help me find a way to make you mine. Will you be my Valentine? Thank you.
What a way to end the
That
night. Will
was
you be my
amazing,
Valentine? Give it up for
Kayvon.
K-Von the Poet, y'all.
Yes.
Gotta
Yes.
close it, K-Von. Dope. Dope.
Best Valentine's Day ever.
K-Von is a mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic, very much part of the community. He be trooping it to come out here to the cafe and be down with us. Brother, I appreciate you so much. Send my love to your mom and dad as well. I love when people make it a family affair, man. Like, I miss my mom. My mom passed away like 3.5 years ago, but before she passed away, before she got sick, she would come to the brick and mortar here at the cafe to see me rock out and to see my peoples rocked out. Always enjoyed it. So I am always encouraging people to do that. So Marsha Rivera is going to close us out. Marsha, I sent it in the DM. Marsha Rivera is someone who has given us a lot of love. She's one of those people that is always checking out. She has also performed here on the Monday Night Online Open Mic. But before we get to her to close it out, I want to remind people, please check out nuyorican.org. Check out and click on full events calendar. We got so much coming up into the future. Next week's theme is wishes. Shout out to the sung hero of the community, once again, Mr. Rob Mark Thompson. Shout out to Loco, who is here in the cafe right now with me, making sure no knuckleheads come in and try to ruin it. Although someone did try to open the door and come in, but then they saw Loco and they run out. Appreciate you, brother. Of course, shout out to my lady, most beautiful woman in the world, Mariela Salazar, also the executive producer of 2 Venues, 1 Mic. If you really enjoyed tonight and you want to relive it, you want to rewatch it, you want to tell the people where they need to go and check out this and what they missed, go look up Nuyorican Poets Cafe on Facebook and YouTube. All that will be up there. Of course, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Advocate of Wordz, where you spell words, that's with a Z, W-O-R-D-Z, because poetic license, Bronx, what? All right. I've got to wrap it up. So now let us get to Marsha Rivera. Marsha, are you there? Where you at, Marsha?
I'm here. I'm just looking for it.
Oh, all right. I'll send it to you again. I just sent it. You see it?
I'm looking for it, but all the messages, I'm so sorry. Good evening. Thank you, poets, for your poetry this evening. This is definitely an honor to close out the night. Thank you, Advocate of Wordz. Geez. Okay. All right. I think I found it. Bear with me, guys.
Wait, I keep sending it to you. Do you need it again?
Espérate. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
You're so New York. I love it. Nah, it's so good.
I'm so sorry. Oh, goodness. Jesus. Okay. It keeps going up and down. Advocate of Wordz, if I may, I do apologize. This was an honor, but I can't get it to stop moving.
All right, if you scroll all the way down to the end, I can send it again. You scroll all the way down to the end?
I did, but I see Paul withdraw.
There you go. You see it now?
Ay, Señor, mi Dios. Ay, sorry, guys. I do apologize. Oh. Okay. Wait. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to do it. I think I got it.
You got it? All right, cool. Go ahead, Marsha. The floor is yours. Take us home.
Oh, geez. I would love to if this would stop moving. Okay. Good night, sweet poets. It keeps moving. Thank you for sharing what you've written. Good night, sweet poets. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Good night, sweet poets. May your dreams be as imaginative as tonight's poet. Good night, sweet poets. Oh, it's moving. Why is it moving? No. Okay, it's moving, advocate of words. I'm sorry. And I do apologize to all the poets. Thank you for inviting the spirit of Miguel Algrin into your homes. This has been the Monday Night Open Mic presented by the Nuyorican Poet Cafe, hosted by Advocate of Words. Thank you, peace and blessings.